everlasting tribute and memorial. The fountain flows next to the Student Center at Marshall, recognizing the 75 lives lost 51 years ago tomorrow in a horrific plane crash. And a program that made a decision and stands as a symbol of resiliency thereafter. It's college football presented by the Home Depot here on CBS Sports Network, and we've got a big one in Conference USA, a rematch of last year's title game.
But where else would you want it? Here in November? You're in Huntington, West Virginia. You got to expect this kind of weather. I think it really does play to Marshall's advantage.
Marshall won the toss and deferred, so UAB has the ball at the game start. Shy of the 20 on the return for Starling Thomas, the fifth. Tomorrow morning, a somber Marshall community will gather at the Memorial Fountain to remember and memorialize the 75 lives lost in the university's football team plane crash, November 14th, 1970, returning from a game at East Carolina. That fountain will be turned off, symbolizing the lives lost on that fateful and horrendous day when Marshall became a nationwide symbol of resiliency in the wake of the worst loss of human life involving a sporting team in American history. Today they wear special helmets with the individual names of all 75 etched on that center green band across the top and the number 75 on the bottom. These efforts celebrated annually in recognition, but championed particularly by the first-year head man Charles Huff, who certainly understands and appreciates what that team and what this program symbolized to this region and to the country. Nothing, UAB the lead and the ball. Hopkins got no room, trying to stretch it out. Abraham Boplin again drops him for a loss of 3. Back into the backfield. Fed, shoulder shimmy, gets stood up. Owen Porter smashes him right at the 21, gain of a yard.
That's some good defense inside. You know, when you've got a running back that runs the way McBride does, you got to keep your shoulder pads square. They've got to be parallel to the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what Porter does. His shoulder pads are right there to meet the running back.
Porter grew up in Huntington. He lived just a very short walk away from where the plane crash site took place back in 1970. UAB converted third and long the first possession. Hopkins blocked, harassed, lassoed and dropped. Elijah Alston led the pressure in the backfield. Colby Cumberlander helps to finish him off.
Well, that's this Marshall defense. They're known this year for the way they get after quarterbacks. And it's no one specific guy. And in this play, watch this. There's 5, 6 guys back there. That's very typical of how they get after the quarterback.
Team is excellent blocking kicks. These are 2 of the best in the country. Directional kick there. Downed at the 1-yard line. Outstanding effort on special teams. Christopher Mole downs it.
How beautiful is that, John? I mean, if you're in the punt coverage team, first guy down, stop it. Second guy down, spot it. That is textbook.
The backfield. Comes the other way, and oh, that stiff arm does not work. Abraham Boplin has been unleashed. He is all over the place.
Well, that usually means that D-line's doing a good job of eliminating people from coming to that second level. And if you can't get to the second level,
he had 39 yards rushing himself that drive. Marshall has 11 yards of total offense, outgained 162-11. Open target, crossing look over the middle for Shadid Ahmed. It's tripped up after getting the first down to the 42, gain of 13. Huge game at Appalachian State when he broke 100 receiving for the first time. The throw again. His ball left his man prone. There's Turner on the spot, but the catch made and held on. Good for another first down.
Nice heat on this ball. Had to be in a pretty good spot.
Officials timeout.
See that
for
thing
injury.
gets right in there.
Lopsided. And first down, hand to Ali. Seam, and that's Ali's best run of the day. As he chugs to the 40, a gain of 7. And moved out.
4 receivers top of the screen.
McBride. Oh, an excellent pursuit, stringing it out. Stephen Gilmore.
Jermaine Brown
Smashes it half a yard.
You like that? Like that hit and support? And we've seen some guys bounce off of UAB running backs, but the opposite reaction. Listen to this. His shoulder pads cracking. That goes down. The back goes down. Yeah, you know, that's helmet to honor. You get recognized for that.
Pointed out right next to Pittman is a man wearing number 90 with no name. We don't exactly know who that is.
That's not a receiver.
Third of the yard, nothing. Piercing pressure from the Marshall defense. There's that man again. Abraham Bolklin has come to play.
Officials timeout on the field for injury.
Got a Marshall defender down, but McBride trying to make a cut.
From Samario Rudolph. Hopkins wise to go down as the fury arrived from E.J. Jackson. He'll lose about 2. Second and 12. 7 for 7, 153. To Brown. He's pressured. He's hit and he's dropped. The Marshall defense arrives. The top sack unit in the country, and there's Owen Porter again in the backfield, all the way to the 40.
Well, last time they sacked Hopkins, he was standing on about his 3-yard line. Able to get him in that backfield. Good job there. They had some stuff going on down the field. Good job to get that sack.
He's been held to 18 yards on 7 carries. The freshman of the Sheen League carries some Blazers, gets breathing room.
To reinforce that feeling and how it felt to be beat like that at home.
The big play in that surge was Xavier Gaines. His only catch was a 70-yard touchdown. Blitz is on. Wells fields it, slings it out to Corey Gamage. Latched onto in the ankle by C.D. Daniels. He's got the first.
What about the Marshall pass rush?
3rd and 16 from his end zone. That is caught. It's going to be short of the first, shy of the 20. Helmet flew. Grayson Cash the denial. Jaden Harrison has his first grab.
Helmet rolling through the
UAB with only 1 timeout. Give them a chance. 4. Deep shot. Finds Willie Johnson. They get the first down to the 32. Gain of 21. Turner the tackle.
Well, you got to respect the speed if you're in a man, and if you're in a zone and you've got a fast guy that knows how to read a zone, he knows where to sit down like Johnson did there. It's tough to beat.
Half minutes, 1 timeout. Blitz is on. Wells throws. Stiff arm on arrival and a wrestle to the ground. Devondrick Bynum brings Gamage down to the earth. He's going to be short by a yard. So the clock rolls here, 2nd and less than 1.
Yeah, but we're still north of 2 minutes. So no reason for Marshall to hurry here. Just take your time, be composed, and take care of the ball.
Fake. Head. Behind the block of Johnson. He's got the first, bodied by Daniels.
That might be asking too much of most running backs.
Hasn't been in UAB territory much all game. Ali changes that. On the swing pass, he's already in. Grayson Cash stumbles him at the 40-yard line as they get a dozen yards.
At one point, at some point here, they got to take a shot down the field.
Look you there, off the play fake, deep shot, caught! Jaden Harrison, end zone touchdown!
Yeah, it kind of smelled like it, didn't it? It just, you know, dink, dink, run, run. You load it up, take your shot, and they took a shot. Nice pass by Wells, getting that ball right in there. And Harrison just had enough momentum to stay up long enough to get into that end zone. That was a heck of a catch. A good effort to get in for 6.
Longest play of the day.
Backfield like that is putting that ball right on him.
Game leading the country in touchdowns. He does not have one today. Pump. And Wells deceptively quick. Athletic QB to the 48. Kelly Sanders stymies him there. First down. To McBride. Hopkins flips it back to McBride. Bobbled. Incomplete. Contact came from Eli Neal as the ball arrived.
Yeah, how about that job by the linebacker Neal? Getting into the flat and being right there with McBride. Enough about, you know, when you see that from a middle linebacker.
7 for 7. Going blitz. Play fake. Pump. Hit. And he's able to throw that one sideline, running out of the clutches of Kobe Cumberlander on that first hit. Corey McCoy nearly chopped him down on the second lick.
Well, if you're giving credit for plus yards, give credit for minus yards not happening to Hopkins there. That was a nice job of avoiding that first sack and getting that ball out and throwing it.
UAB, the most penalized team in yardage in America. That's the first flag today on the Blazers. Ali bulldozing a path beyond the midfield. Tripped up. He's been their big play man. Couple of grabs for 100 yards. Not a lot for McBride. It has a title field tonight. A one-score game. Marshall begins the drive, and this time Corey Gabbage holds on to the quick slant. He had dropped in the same spot last drive. C.D. Daniels the stop.
Yeah, that's the quick little stuff they need to do to go with this running game.
Offense today. In motion, Wells. And slips it out, finds Gabbage. Turns it upfield, extends, and it looks like he's got the first. C.D. Daniels.
Both arms around both legs.
Ali makes the first man miss. And breaks the plane to the 30, dragged down by Antonio Moultrie. Gets 7 to the 29.
That's how you make a big play if you're Ali. It's that first tackler wants to get you. You make him miss, and man, did he make him miss. Those extra yards on the back end.
We talk about creating a takeaway, forcing a field goal. They allow touchdowns 73% of the time. Well above average. Ahmed in motion. Gabbage with a block. Oh, what a block! And Gabbage can walk in. Touchdown! Brilliant misdirection.
Really was. I mean, you had man coverage on the bottom of the screen. And when it's that man coverage like that and you get a blocker out, that's deadly. The defense gives a little bit.
6 seconds to go in the quarter. Wells. Johnson, nice stiff arm. And it hops out of bounds. To Ali. Gets a few blocks and earns the 45, gain of about 7.
The wind is blowing right to left on the field. They're with it.
With men all around him. How did he find that space?
Crawling up on 100.
Gets shifty, gets stood up by Owen Porter. who has been stout on that defensive front, got some help from Rodney Kroon. This time sniffed out. Corey McCoy in the backfield, loss of a couple. 3 times in his career. Play fake. Hopkins, deep shot! Knocked away! Micah Abraham in coverage. Lucius Stanley in at running back. He gets the touch. And he'll lose a yard and a half. Abraham Boplin again. He has had a great game. He's top of the screen, way out left.
Don't even think about it until he gets to 3.
Big blitz is on. And they get it! High and low. Eli Neal, the first to converge on Hopkins. A giant sack for the Marshall defense.
Well, there's the best way to stop the pain of watching that clock just leak and leak and leak. Stop the drive with a good sack.
College football on CBS Sports Network, presented by the Home Depot. First course in a game they've never led.
Now's the time for recall.
Wide open, Willie Johnson. Veered out of bounds by Starling Thomas. Man, that's been a matchup, Johnson and Thomas, throughout this second half in particular.
Money guy, it's going to him.
She leaps and makes the catch. First down. Nice job, partner. Keandre Swoops, the tackle, along with C.D. Daniels.
Keep this thing going. Good catch. Was a little, I don't know, a little high. Not exactly terrible. Well, they bring at least 4, if not 5 here. That means you got to be in a man coverage in 3 spots.
3-man rush. Crossing look, Gabbage. He's got the spearing grab. That's another first. C.D. Daniels, the tackle. They get 11 yards.
Well, don't you wonder it's sometimes when a guy gets hot and a quarterback gets hot, you say, you know, they're...
Checking down. Slings a dangerous ball. Pinball grab, Jaden Harrison. Oh, how did he hold on to that one?
Oh, that was a 9-yard gain. From the time he was contacted to the time he was down, that was a 9-yard difference.